All that going. Announcements announced. Stream labels in the right place, because I'm very well put together.
Yeah.
Off a little bit. Alright, we are hopefully live and or good to go.
Chords.
Good, got the Twitch notification.
Chords.
Playing chords.
Chords. It's card games, baby. Yeah.
Indeed. There were actually a bunch of buffs and nerfs, but very few of them are actually going to have too much of an effect on draft. A lot of them are rares, and a lot of the ones that aren't, or a lot of the ones that are in like common and uncommon are not in draft.
Not in draft.
Stuff like can't really search Crown Watch or Paladin, but together you get Crown Watch Paladin, which has been buffed back to a 2/2. So the thing about a lot of these buffs are that they are actually unnerfs of cards that used to be a certain way that have now been put back to the way that they used to be. So if this was in draft, this would be borderline degenerate. Because this is a very weapon-heavy format, and like Ricano Outlaw is already a ridiculously good pick.
Yep.
And this is basically that. But like back in the day, there's a reason that Crown Watch Paladin was buffed to 2/1 or was nerfed to 2/1, whereas Ricano Outlaw was not. Let's see what else. Ah yes, LSV's favorite card, Jotun Hurler, is now a 3/3 instead of a 4/4.
Okay.
They made the body smaller. A lot of that was because it's seeing use in a lot of like merchant-heavy decks, particularly Huru Control and Ixtan Control lists, because it gives you 2 cards. Both of them have situational value, and like having being 2 cards on its own is actually ridiculously strong in the Age of Merchants.
Yep.
I realize I don't know if stream chat is like working properly. They don't have a welcome to the chat screen. Yeah.
Whoops.
So if people have been talking, we couldn't see any of it before now. Feel free to mention. Sorry about that. I only just realized it. Let's see. Argenport Instigator. So the nerf that this had was that it got put to 2 Shadow Influence instead of 1. Ah, hello, Geitst. Yes, we can see people now. Good. Sorry about that. So the nerf was that it got put up to 2, which made it a lot harder to splash in or hit perfectly on curve. Now it's back to 1 pip. The thing with basically all of these nerfs is that they are focused on making aggro a thing again, because aggro kind of hasn't been a thing for a while. And this is sort of another big piece of it, that he's basically splashable in a ton of decks as a 3/3 for 2 for 1 influence. Stone Scar basically got all the good shit in this one.
Nice.
Particularly... That was worth a try. Champion of Chaos. This card was ridiculous. And it's been made ridiculous. You can have your 5/5 for 3 again. It used to... So the nerf to it was that it didn't get health when you got its influence. It just got +1 attack and overwhelm and +1 attack and deadly. Now it's back to being a 5/5. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, aggro got too big, then they printed Hailstorm, and Hailstorm basically killed aggro. And then the meta sort of moved past Hailstorm entirely. It's been an interesting road that Eternal's been down, but mid-range and control have basically been the meta for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Basically everything has sort of turned into a mid-rangey, merchanty kind of pile, because merchants have made decks a lot more consistent and that sort of thing. But they're sort of like, well, let's fucking bring aggro back.
Yep.
It does die to display now, but overall quite good. There were also several nerfs, particularly to decks that ran Koroviat Palace, or cards adjacent to it, basically. Such as, Jotun Hurler is one of those, but Shelterwing Rider. This was originally a 5/4.
Yeah,
that was buffed up to a 5/5 and is now back to a 5/4.
That thing was a pain in the butt. Is still a pain in the butt.
And it is essentially a nerf to Koroviat Palace because it fucking loved Barricade from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Barricade. Withstand, not Barricade. Withstand, the fake spell.
Yep.
Give one of your units +4/+4 in Aegis. So that would, if you had Shelterwing Rider out, give you back Shelterwing Rider, or give back the Shelterwing Rider's 5 attack and turn it into a 9/9, basically.
Yeah, birds are too cool.
Yeah, Huru got such a massive power boost from Koroviat Palace. But hey, none of that is relevant. In fact, there is one card, there's like one card in this whole thing, and I didn't show it off, that's going to be a direct influence on draft. And even that's going to be kind of marginal because it's not in main colors, but Desert Marshal is a 2/2 again.
Ah, hello.
This was a long time ago that Desert Marshal was nerfed down to a 2/1. He is uncommon, and he is in draft. He's in Combre, which is a 1 combination color, but that doesn't have any tribes directly associated with it. But you will most likely still see him because he's a 2/2 for 2 that also has the
Ambush
upside of
and silence,
ambush and
yeah.
silence, and silence is quite good. Alrighty, so what are we dealing with here? There is Champion of Mystery, who is quite a large body in Xenon, with some really hilarious effects that require you to be
Very Xenon.
hilariously deep in Xenon. For the record, the way champions all work is that you need a number of influence equal to their cost. So the much cheaper champions are much easier to activate than the expensive ones. He's a pretty good card, especially if you can get that unblockable out, but I don't know if he's like in draft, if it's worth the effort.
I don't know.
Yes, on the other hand, it's like, I like Frontline Cyclops, I like Loyal Watchwing,
They're not like
but they're not like
amazing cards.
A+,
It's not-
A+.
Yeah, that's not like, like a finest hour or something.
A Diplomatic Seal could be nice, but I feel kind of meh taking power turn on for pick one.
Yeah.
I can definitely see it though. Influence is so useful in this format.
You just get them and then just don't care if we go different colors.
Potentially, yeah, we could always see. Worth noting, he is a gunslinger.
Yep.
Another thing that it's impossible to see, but that was pointed out in Ty's Discord, is that the horse has a blindfold on it. Like the full art for this card actually has a blindfold on the horse.
He's a 7/7 for 6, so he's still just huge.
Basically. Like, if I am in Xenon at all, I can play him without either of these effects.
Yep.
So fuck it. Not like there's anything that I'm super happy about. There's that Finest Hour right there.
Yeah.
There's a Dragon Breath. Yeti Furflinger is pretty good, except it is ridiculously deep in Primal. I might probably just take this Finest Hour, right?
I don't think so.
It's a Finest Hour. Dragon Breath, I think if I was in Primal colors and not in Justice colors, I would probably take the Dragon's Breath, just to stick on color. But given that I'm in neither of these colors, Finest Hour is just quite nice.
Finest hour is good.
Sauropod is actually a pretty alright card.
Yep.
Good finisher. You need the dinosaurs to support it down from 10 cost, but
Yep.
summoning 3/3 tokens is pretty legitimate.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, we've got this Nocturnal Creeper, we've got a Yeti Snow Slinger, we've got Cover of Darkness, but people don't like that, so that's not necessarily a sign that that's open. I like Creeper and Snow Slinger here. Definitely trying to figure out what's open. Oh my, it is like raining out.
It's pissing it down.
Boy, apparently I picked a good time to come home. Might be Creeper. Potentially keep it with Champion of Mystery. Another frontline Cyclops. Got Loyal Watchwing and Fishing Dinoc. It is looking like this could be a dinosaur type draft, just from the stuff that's popping up around here. With like the Enraged Arachnodon, even the Surveying Mantisaur. Like there's a lot of Dino, and Elysian seems pretty open. So maybe I just start leaning in that direction, and we see what our third color ends up being.
Let's have a look.
Let's see, and then they just disappear completely. Oh, there's Wild Rider and Enraged Arachnodon here, as well as Loyal Watchwing.
We keep seeing that trusty revolver.
I don't think Trusty Revolver is great, although it's probably better in Renown type stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
Like Watchwing and Rider are both pretty good. Watchwing would sort of be like me saying I'm going to do a Dino deck with some Justice in it. Rider is kind of just saying I'm doing a Dino deck and not really, and kind of just keeping my options open. I think Watchwing is a better card without any sort of support, but that Wild Rider has more upside as far as 3 costs go. Frontier Confessor's nice. Snowslinger's nice. Power's nice. Might just grab the Seek
nice.
Power while
Yep.
it's up there,
Yep,
to be honest.
absolutely, yep.
Always pretty happy to see it. I mean, we're definitely seeing some, like, pretty okay Justice cards.
Yep, sheep deck. Woo!
We could make a sheep deck. Do I go second Loyal Watchwing? That's an interesting question. Or do I take the Wild Rider this time around? It's also the Valkyrie Militant. I don't think Nocturnal Kyrex is any good, even with dinosaurs to play.
No. Rider then?
Potentially. I mean, I'm not actually in Primal. Like, the last few picks of Primal have been, like, okay, like, decent Primal cards, but not amazing ones. Jesus. Let's fly for the throne. We got a Snow Slinger. I'm happy with Yeti Snow Slinger. Flyer's fine. Monolith Guardian's hilarious. We're not going to use it. That's a really good last pick up there. Let us see. Oh, there's a mob rule down there.
What are those? I mean the knowledge one.
Aurelian is a potential thing. Admittedly, we've got a lot of... We kind of started leaning a bit more Justice as we went there. We were offered like 4 or 5 total Loyal Watchwings there.
Yeah, we were.
This might just be a Master Cartographer here.
The Resilient Wagoneer.
He's hilarious. I just don't... Like, I feel like right now, Justice and... you know, like, I'm not really in Shadow at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of these 3 colors that I'm really looking at. He can be quite good, but I don't know if I'm going to get too much with him. Sort of similar with Mob Rule. Oh yeah, I think Wagoneer's a really good card. I just don't know if this deck is going to make it work. I kind of need to pick a direction at some point.
Yeah.
It is sort of between Master Cartographer and Token of Knowledge, I think. I think these 3 colors are the ones that are most open in this last pack, and possibly the next pack will show us what our main colors are.
Yep.
Or this current pack. We're actually doing okay on 2 right now, so maybe I just take the Token of Knowledge. Let's see, we've got Unmoored Valkyrie, we've got a Bear Arms, although we're not in fire. We've got Oathkeeper's Hammer, another Token of Knowledge, Scorpion.
Mischievous, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm less high on him in decks that aren't aggro-y and weapon-y. Not that Unmoored Valkyrie is very good in a deck without too many weapons.
Warp. Or do you want to Vorlog? That's a silly name.
Yep.
Vorlog.
Starved Vorlunk could be interesting if I want to keep trying on the dinos. Like, there were some dinos at first, and then they all just sort of stopped happening.
Yeah, it's true.
The deck does need some sort of power. I don't know if Starved Vorlunk is the place to get it. There's a lot of really good dinosaur cards in the second packs, and we fortunately didn't really pick too many up.
Yeah. Vorlog or Scorpion, really.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of where we're at right now. How about a second one?
You want all the Vorlogs, right?
Probably take a Pack Beast here. That helps me get up to Vorlunk, ideally. Oni Samurai, I will
Nice.
support that card any day.
Yep.
Another Starved Vorlunk.
Wow, no one likes them, huh?
I mean, I can see why. It is a 7 cost in draft. Who does that? Not that there's anything else here that I'm super into.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, Oni Forge Master's good. There've been some good fire cards, but, like, the
Yeah.
first pack didn't...
Had none, yeah.
The first pack had some okay fire. It would just be... I was kind of already in every color but fire by the
Yep.
time that they were offered to me.
Yep.
Barrel Through's nice.
Ooh, yep.
Broken Wing Brawler's nice. We're just gonna get a bunch of good Justice cards and surround it with whatever else we can find.
Yep.
Token of Honors 2, Mass Sentimancy might be a fun thing. Hard to say. Don't think any of these cards will matter too
Crystal
much.
Whip, yeah.
It's like that or
Smack
Runic
'em with a
Protect. Like,
gun.
which of these do I think is more likely to be the final card in my deck? And the answer is neither of them,
No,
but...
yeah. Right, Dirk.
More like Crystalline Dork. Let's see. I'm
Trying
happy to see it fall short that far down.
Yeah.
Rista Akantha's Herald. Can potentially be pretty good.
Yep.
Glacial Shaper is alright if you can find something like fairly large to put on him, but we don't have too much of that.
No.
Fireheart Recruit's pretty good, but we're once again not.
Pitfall Trap. Let's make a rat deck.
Like, maybe we could just could have just made a fire deck here, but I think we're a bit too far gone.
Yeah.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops. I'm okay with another Pack Beast. +1/+1 for each damage you were dealt last turn. That's hilarious sounding. Honestly, these packs I haven't seen too much, like, really, oh shit, I should grab that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there really hasn't been anything.
I'll probably take this Token of Vision here. I may, like, shove Champion of Mystery into this deck somehow. Master Cartographer would be the other potential pick, but I think it's over halfway, and we have a lot of our picks right now.
Yeah.
Defiance is a good pickup.
Defiance, yeah.
Yeah, like, we've been getting a lot of actually pretty good Justice cards,
Yeah.
but not too much else. Maybe I should have just forced Stracano like I do every time.
Yeah, apparently.
Let's see. I don't know that Sudden Schism is any good, but I might play it anyway. It's that or another Fall Short, which it might just be another Fall Short. I don't know if there's anything here that I'm, like, super excited to fast speed mirror image.
Yeah, apparently always for Shikana.
Basically, I mean, that's kind of my intuition on this draft format. Playing Rakano is basically the safest thing that you can do right now. Another Broken Wing Brawler's pretty alright. There's Honey Pop. We don't really have any attachment or any relics. Coastal Recruit's nice because we actually only have 3/3 drops
yeah,
right
he's
now.
a very solid.
The potential to pledge. Another Oni Samurai seems good. Lazy Minerva, thank you so much for the resub. I'll let that play out before I answer.
Hey, thoughts on the spoilers? It looks like a stronger power level draft format, which would be sick, I think.
Yeah, it's the ones we've seen so far have definitely been pretty interesting. The new Onslaught mechanic seems like it's going to be really, really big in draft. Because, like, the thing about those kinds of aggro mechanics, and if you don't know, Onslaught is the new mechanic just revealed for the new set. It's if you have attacked this turn, which includes relic weapon attacks and killer attacks, but also just, you know, your attack phase for a turn. Sorry about that. Then you get this extra effect when you play this unit. Or actually when you play this whatever, because I think we've seen it on power cards and spells already. Which basically it's saying you should just do some aggro. And the thing about it is that, like, people are saying it's like, oh, we fucked up with Spark, so here's a better, more usable mechanic. Spark was a real thing in draft in, like, sets 2 and 3. I think Onslaught's going to be a super real thing, and I'm really interested in seeing where it goes. Boy, the dredges of that pack had a lot of losers in them.
Yep.
Let's see. Bang Sarasaur and Trailmaker. I really want to take the Bang Sarasaur, but Trailmaker is so fucking strong. And he gives us more maximum power, because if there's one thing I'm going to try to do, it's make this fucking Starved Vorlunk work.
Yep.
But yeah, Onslaught's pretty cool. 3 mana Harsh Rule is interesting. Well, it's 3 mana Mass Vanquish is a better way to put it.
Yeah, Cabal
I know.
Countess.
I had a deck actually over vacation that I played that had 2 Cabal Countesses in it, and that was basically the only win condition. Yeah, take Trailmaker. Shadowlands Bone Picker. Ooh, that's interesting. That is a dinosaur. We could potentially revive the dino theme, even if it means not taking this Copper Hull border, which would otherwise be the pick. I think I actually feel kind of okay doing that with the Token of Knowledge, the Token of Vision, and the Trailmaker. I think I might be able to do this. Plus, Bone Picker is just like, it's a payoff, or it's a winner dinosaur card. It's not a payoff, it's a setup dinosaur card in the sense that you could draft it just fine on its own. That effect is bonkers in draft.
Hello, more fire.
How about all of the fire? So there's Blood Beetle here. I don't know if I'm that deep in. There's Scaly Gruin, which is whatever. There's Stalwart Shield, which is whatever. And there's Substitute, which is whatever. As far as removal goes, I do have 2 Fall Shorts and a Mass Entomancy.
And Defiance.
Yeah, and of course, the good one. Do I care? Does anything I really want a Stalwart Shield? Potentially, but I'm not sure. Loyal Watchman would like it. I might play it. I'm not 100% sure, but I do have 20 units, so it's not like I have to super highly pick kind of whatever units. He is a dinosaur, so he does hit Fishing Dinoc. There is that consideration. Right now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. Yeah, Spark was always an interesting mechanic. It was kind of always a bit underpowered, but in drafts, it created a lot of interesting situations where you wouldn't want to let them hit face. Onslaught's a lot more guaranteed, which means it's a lot more powerful just from the onset and has a lot of interesting interactions with killer attacks and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to it because it seems like it's going to make Raft a lot more tricksy. Yes!
Oh, Oh, yes!
I'm passing up a Trailmaker for that. That's like the card I was looking for. Man, now I wish I hadn't taken that other one. Moondial's fine, though. Twinbird Sauropod's a bomb, and I've been wanting to play one for forever.
Banner.
Let's see. Ooh, wow, there's a lot.
Entrapment, Strength of Many, what the shit?
Scoop this pack.
Yeah,
I don't need the rest of this stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see. How much Nightfall do I have? I have 1 Nocturnal Creeper. And is that it? Yes. So, Entrapment's definitely very potentially real.
We also have
there's
a
the
Seek
banners,
Power
which are
for
quite
fixing,
nice.
by
Yes,
the
we do
way.
have a Seek Power as well. So this deck is actually in really good hands as far as fixing goes. This is interesting. Strength of Many's quite good. Copperhall Porter's really good. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still at 6/2 drops. Although, admittedly, like, Windflyer currently only has Yeti Snowslinger, so it would be okay to get rid of, or to replace him with a Copperhall Porter.
Yeah. There's a decent amount of Nightfall we've seen in this format.
Yeah, Nightfall exists in this format for sure. Like, Entrapment is still really, really good. And I think people still undervalue Nightfall as a thing. This format has, let's put it this way, it has less Nightfall than set redraft did, but more Nightfall than set 5 draft, or like the first iteration of set 5 draft did.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's between the Porter and the Strength of Many. I like the banners, but I think there's better cards that I could play.
Yeah, you have 2 barrel through and fine.
Yeah, that is definitely true. The barrel throughs are a pretty big help for that.
I like the Porter.
Yeah, I think I might just go with the Porter here. I think neither of those would have been a wrong pick. Snapping Brushrocker would be really good if I had a Predator's Instinct. At 4, we are admittedly... There's a giant hole in 4, so it's one of these two.
Yeah.
He
is a dino.
Yes, he is a dino. He is a 5/5, and spells are far less common in this format, of course. So maybe I do just play him out. Like, he can be a very tempo negative play, but I think it might just be worth the price of admission.
Oh,
That is a shockingly late Scourstone Sentinel.
Trailmaker.
Wow, that is an even more shockingly late Finest Hour. I mean, I won't say no.
Woo! Ooh, banner, nice.
I think I have enough very large-
Strength of Many. Hello.
What the hell? Alright, this deck is interesting. I'm gonna have a fun time cutting this. Dirk's definitely gone.
Just kill the blue.
If I threw away every blue in this deck, what would happen?
Mostly what's annoying is the Warlocks, maybe?
The Vorlongs are kind of awkward as it is.
Yeah, there's
so,
two Yetis, Steal Resolve. Yeah.
So if I was to do that, we end up with like a dino deck, because it's not like I'm throwing away any dinos here.
Apart from the big boys.
Yeah, apart from the huge ones, but to be honest, they're pretty low. Like I think getting Twin Brood Sauropod made dinosaurs so much more real here. He has a 5/5 for 4, which is lovely.
Get rid of the but the other 3 are.
The other 3 are fine. We've got
We have
two
Seek
Trailmakers
Trailmakers
and a
and
Seek
two Seek
Power.
Power.
So we're actually like this deck is ridiculously good fixing. Champion of Mystery is never getting unblockable, but there's with all of the shit that I have, there's a decent chance he can hit the draw card, which is bonkers.
And he's just 7.
And he's also a 7/7 for 6 with like very easy influence requirements.
Yep.
So there's that. So the question now is what else gets cut? I actually think, yeah, that getting rid of Primal here is perfectly acceptable.
Probably at least one level.
Let's see, we're currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-drops. Yeah, I could probably afford to get rid of one flyer for the throne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still ended up with 6 2-drops. I think this deck...
Yeah, we got a bone picker.
Yeah, we got a bone picker out of it. It was definitely the one where I was like, ooh, maybe I am going Shadow. So the nice thing about this deck is it does have power sinks. It either runs 16 power with plus Seek or 17 power plus Seek, and I'm not totally sure which yet. Yeah, and then the question is, do I value Barrel Through or Strength of Many more in this deck? I need 3 units out for Strength of Many to be better, so maybe I do just like Barrel Through. As far as removal goes, I probably have to keep the 2 Fall Shorts. That's fine.
Got Defiance.
Yeah, so we've got Defiance, and then the 2 Fall Shorts is kind of where we're at with that. Yeah, so at this point, I really just want to get 1 Shadow Power, because both of these cards are going to be fantastic if I can play them. So I think this is probably the correct amount. 4 sources, plus 2 Trailmakers, plus a Seek Power. Because if I get even 1, I'm basically good. Looking back on it, an Entrapment would be nice, but having the Copper Hall Porter is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Forward Shield is an interesting question in the deck.
Good on our Watchwing, or 3 Watchwing.
Yeah, exactly. It's good on our 3 Watchwings. Good on like Nocturnal Creeper. Good on Oni Samurai, although it'll be a lot less relevant by the time it gets out. I mean, it basically turns it into a bit of a more relevant card. It's good on Twinbird Sauropod, for that matter.
Brawler.
It's really good on Broken Wing Brawler, actually.
Yeah, I think it's a decent... I think it's a pretty good heat for, when you have 2 attachments, I think.
Yeah. Worth asking if I want to keep the Moondial or not. Like, I lose a way to, like, pour power in... Because, like, going up to what is effectively 18 power in this deck would basically be to feed Bone Picker and Moondial. Because I got rid of the Amplify for the Dinos and stuff.
Yeah.
But it does also hit, like, Broken Wing Brawler and stuff, which is... what is the last cut of this deck? God, I have 2 Finest Hours. That's disgusting.
Nope.
Sorry, unrelated to anything. Side note, is there a last cut for this deck? Like, is it actually okay because Moondial can help me draw into more power or help me draw through stuff as well? Like, is 17 power enough for this deck? Does it really, really care about getting super high? It does really want to get to 5, admittedly, so maybe I think I probably do want to cut something. Sort of like, what's the least impactful unit? There's Oni Samurai, but I do love Oni Samurai.
He's good.
I have a lot of 5s, so like maybe it's the Fishing Dinoc. But I have a lot of dinosaurs, so it's like a 6/6 for 5.
Yep.
Yeah, looking at this again, I definitely want the 18 power. God, this is tough. You admittedly have 2 Trailmakers. I guess Pack Beast might be one. Brings us down to 5 2-drops. We do have the Oni Samurai.
What are our other influences?
Snapping Brush Stalker, Twinbird Sauropod, Moondial.
So double
So
time.
nothing
so,
in Justice is doubled.
So we're good with an extra time.
That said, we really want... We need Justice to make sure the thing works, but time actually is our best fixer.
Yes, yeah.
Like, you almost always want to over-represent time when you have things like Trailmaker, because it lets you fix your other colors.
Yeah. Hello.
Fascinating. Yeah, like this. This kind of hand is actually quite good, because we ramp our way up to Twin Brood Sauropod.
That's an interesting one. All it has is turn 1 Oni Samurai, but
it does
have
basically
the
guarantee
influence for
Champion of
him.
Mystery.
Yeah.
And I think if I was going first, I might chance this hand because I'm a dumbass.
Alright, let's rock and roll.
Let's give this deck a shot. I am in high diamond currently. We'll see where I end up at the end of the night.
Yep.
When we were on vacation for 2 weeks, I actually drafted a ton.
You did a lot of drafts.
I
yeah.
like this format quite a lot.
Yeah, he was having a lot of fun. I was watching.
I mean, it may be that gunslingers are just too good in this format, just from a drafting perspective. You can almost always draft a pretty good gunslinger deck, but overall, I think it's quite strong, and I think this hand is quite strong. I won't pledge him out. I think we'll get power just fine for him. Yeah, I think this hand's good.
So weird watching this on.
Right? You've been watching on a phone forever. Just gotta remember to play the time sigil next turn.
And then, oh, it doesn't really matter what influence. Get the other one.
Yep.
This'll do the trick.
This will do the trick. So basically, if I already have the shadow, this is always time. I play him now.
I fly for the throne.
Fly for the
Fine
throne.
for that throne.
Oh, I had to give you a hoof. Thanks for letting me get Broken Wing Brawler out.
Remember the Valkyrie!
My opponent hasn't exactly done too much. Granted, I haven't done too much either. Wow, they are slow playing this. Holy cow.
Oh man, do you just put that on your brawler and go?
Probably not. I don't think it actually does too much for the brawler here. The question is if I actually put it on him so he can keep swinging in. Because, like, if they entrap my brawler, then I lose that and the shield.
Do it.
If I diversify my threats, then they
I like it.
get a lot less out of it. Got power up for barrel through, which is nice. Ah, I see.
Oh,
Onward to glory!
Fascinating. That is not very helpful. Unfortunately, barrel through does not get through that.
nope. Yeah, alright. Oh, fuck. Oh, we're gonna lose.
Guess we'll see.
For the crown watch!
Not this one.
Yeah, the real problem here is we don't have any power to, boy, if I had had that, if that was one draw earlier, we would have dealt with him.
Yep. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, this is pretty much over. The Gilded Glaive kind of finishes it.
For the crown watch!
Par ixus memmas.
That's not exactly a
It's not,
heartening. Yeah, alright. My opponent did literally nothing until Emily showed up.
Yeah. Fucking Emily just won it.
Yep. Man, even if that was a finest hour, I wouldn't have gotten
How
it.
can I serve?
No.
Alright, sometimes you draft a Millie. Can't really say much about that. I could see why my opponent kept the hand.
Yeah.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is if I had an entrapment in this deck, that would have been
Yeah.
dead, but literally all of the
We would have
removal
had
in
to
my
draw
deck
it.
would have been, literally nothing in my deck could handle a Millie there. Alright.
All right.
Honestly, a faster start and we would have won that game.
Yeah, it was 4 damage.
Yeah. Like, my opponent did choose to do nothing until a Millie. Unfortunately, I just did not have enough of a start to punish them for that. Yeah, this is fine. Got some removal for early game stuff. I've got him to pull things. Nice. Hello, Yggdrasil. This is our second game. Oh, that is imminently fall shortable.
How can I serve?
That is even more fall shortable than the other one.
Oh goodness, we just got both of them.
Yeah, that is nice.
Oh. We use the shadow yet, even though we're probably not going to play the bone picker yet.
I mean, the nice thing about it is I can play it basically whenever I want to play him.
Yeah.
I can kind of keep it in my pocket to give them low information. The question is if I want to fall short this dude to avoid taking 4 damage to the face. Answer probably not. If I could fit it in the curve nicer, I probably
I
would.
fly
But
for the
I'm
throne.
okay with taking 4 damage to the face. No blocks allowed. They have a Mighty Strikes or something in their hand. They have an Eternity Core, which kind of scares me, I guess.
A little bit.
So at this point, what do I want to do? Probably just get my bone picker on. We'll see if they have fast removal. I feel like they probably would have conflagrated the Loyal Watchwing, but what do I know? Ideally, they play a big dinosaur without any battle skills. Like in a perfect world. Alrighty.
Alright, so we
That
can,
is now a big dinosaur without any combat skills. I
we
will
can
give it
fall
that.
short two of them.
Yes. It's sort of like, do I want to double fall short, or do I want to
Throw him out, yeah.
play the coastal? I think I'll play the coastal recruit here. I could have sat on that for the record. Might have been the correct move. Who knows?
The coastal need me.
The nice thing is that this guy can block that, so I'm not taking another 3 damage. They're gonna Mighty Strikes here, which is fine. And they're not even going to Mighty Strikes here, which is fine. There we go, a large dinosaur with no battle skills. Sorry.
Eventually we're gonna get something really big.
I just hope it's good enough. At this point I'll take the block, see if it pulls the Mighty Strikes out of them. And then we'll basically just start
The
pumping this
desert
guy.
gives me strength.
Boy. Oh my god.
Yeah, we might just die, unfortunately. 5.
They have a Mighty Strikes, they
It's
kill
just
you.
lethal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I have to take this.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, 3 police! Hello!
Ah, we have a huge fucking unit in there! Do nothing but fucking power!
Alright, we gotta dial it back a little. Wouldn't have helped at that point, unfortunately. Alright, let's see what we go up against this time, other than our own deck. Actually pretty okay with this. What do you got, McMahon? Playing against literally Vince McMahon.
This'll do the trick.
Take our shadow here. Glad I got that time sigil. Guy dies.
Yeah.
I fly for the throne.
Get one of our billion Watchwings out. Well, unfortunate. Also, unfortunately, I don't have any battle skill or any pump spells right now. Man, we haven't seen any of our finest hours, huh?
No.
This'll do the trick.
Pulls off one of these guys. Boy. I don't know if this deck wasn't good or if it just drew like shit.
It drew like shit.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
I am running 17 power in this deck, right?
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Give him a battle skill? This is fairly impressive.
Fuck.
Alright, well, let's try to draft some gunslingers. Yeah, 17 power, and it's all right here.
Fuck's sake! What the shit? Why is this the second game we've gotten to double-digit fucking power?
Good question.
How?
It's fine, we'll pull Champion of Mystery next. It is a shame that this is going to get me killed. God, it prevents so little damage. Yeah. Just a bit too late. But we actually started drawing cards. Ron Howard voice. Snaps did not do something.
It never will, because they're 3/3 flyers. For bone.
Yep.
Boned as soon as we drew 10 power.
Yep. Yeah, we finally started drawing cards. Unfortunately, it was a bit...
the Valkyrie!
Youch! Oh, glad to get the taste of that out of my mouth. Well, let's see what we roll this time. Oh, look, a Shadowlands Bone Picker. Let's see, we got Staff of Stories, we've got Dusk Raider, which is quite nice, Target Caller, which is good, Entrapment. Yeah, work the bad luck out. Probably just Dusk Raider here. I think Dusk Raider's just very good. Adding Berserk to things is just nice. Seek Power. Dusk Raider is pretty good with Yetis, although neither of these is like a super exciting Yeti. And I guess there's nothing here that's super exciting, and Seek Power will go in every deck that I could possibly pick, no matter what. We've got a Dark Return here. We've got a Bang Sarasaur. We've got a Fishing Dynok. If I want to be allured by the siren song of dinosaurs again. It does look like dinosaur colors are open, but I'll probably take Dark Return first. Those two. And get paid off with an Extinguish and a Dark Return. I'm gonna have to pick some units eventually, but I'm okay with what I'm looking at so far. Extinguish or a second Dark Return? Probably Extinguish.
Is good.
If it was like a first Dark Return, I might pick Dark Return over it, but removal is just so strong. The existence thereof.
The repulsive gorge.
God, I wish this wasn't you may sacrifice another unit to play Plague, because 7 cost 7/4 is awful, and having to kill one of your units off to play Plague is eh. Anyway, Porter or Confessor? That's an interesting one. Do like both of them. Porter. Got a Desperado. Also got some Yetis. The Slope Sergeant's quite nice, but I think we'll go with Desperado. Copper Hall Porter. Good to see an unpredictable outlaw this low. That might also end up, like if fire's fairly open, that could be pretty good. I'm alright with a Cover of Darkness out of these. Grab that, maybe. Wow, 2 cards I've not picked. Back end of that pack wasn't so great. First pick doesn't really have anything in it. Wow. Token of Knowledge? Fledgling Avasor? None of these cards are good. God, I might just take a Svetch's Bravery here, even though I don't really have a super high opinion of it. It's only this turn. If it was permanent, I'd probably like it a bit more. There's a Fireheart Recruit there. So yeah, maybe I do just kind of say that I'm reading signals, and despite not ever picking fire, fire is actually open.
Grab it.
Yeah, it seems fine. Nothing else here super exciting. Mighty Strikes is pretty good. Oni Forge Master is pretty good. Yeah, Wind Cloak is definitely worth considering, but I think I do like the Fireheart Recruit a bit more. It's not like we're super duper in
Got one.
Primal right now.
Got one.
Got a Bear Arms.
Got Bear Arms.
It's official, we're in fire. Ooh, second Bear Arms, barrel through a Broken Wing Brawler. Interesting. I do love Bear Arms so much, though.
They're so good. Barrel through.
Barrel through or a Token of Honor. I mean, I guess that barrel through does also fix.
Yeah.
It is a 5/5, which is a large body. So it might get cut from the deck, but it might also make it. Not too much for me here.
Nope. We're here.
Boy, the backs of these packs have been kind of just meh.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Conflagrate right there.
Another Bear Arms.
There's a third Bear Arms.
Conflagrate.
Yeah, pretty happy with Conflagrate. Mob Rule, but Conflagrate is kind of cleaner. There's this Deadeye, there's this Coastal Recruit, my 3s right now. I only really have there's an Infused Guardian for all those time cards that I have.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of okay on 6s. I mean, I like Deadeye, but I think...
Take him over our 6s that we've got. Probably.
Ah, that's true. Civic Peacekeeper and Sadistic Glee. And it's sort of like, what do I have to play on him is also a fair question. It's not like he gets much. He's also like a 5/5 for 6 that may have some upside. He does let Bravo hit him though. 3s right now are only this. I think if he cost 5, I'd take him here. Or if I had a bit more defined 3s. That's why I'm gonna go with that. Another Forge Master's pretty nice.
Yep.
Barrel Through's pretty nice. Nothing else here I'm super excited about.
All the Bear Arms.
Another Bear Arm's pretty nice.
Literally all the Bear Arms.
For an Auric Weaponsmith. 4s. But... if I see another Auric Weaponsmith, that's pretty good. Mighty Strikes is good. Take a Surveiller instead, though. Probably not. Oh, God. This deck has the potential to be good. I don't know if it's actually going to be good.
Fireman?
Yep.
Basic Fireman needs really good arms.
It is definitely that, yes.
Yeah, we could attach bear arms to bear arms, create bear armor.
Trusty Revolver has a chance to make a deck like this. Long Shot Marksman is very good, though.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, probably. It's sort of the one that I'm looking at, like, do I want to go? But yeah, I should probably just focus in on...
A long shot, maybe? 4-2s, we've got so...
Yeah. I have no 4s right now, but... Worth noting they are both gunslingers.
Yes, yes, it's true. Professor is
I like target color, but being double long shot marksman does kind of open us up a little bit more. So I probably just stick with him. There's also first shot rider, but out of a lot of the gunslinger bonus cards, it's not super great. Gonna be a lot of weirdness in this one. We'll see about the Mighty Strikes, although I don't have any, like, fixing power except power right now. I tend to like long shot marksman quite a lot. Good lord. I think I am. Other than that, it would basically be the extinguish or...
Feeding time is also in...
I got 5-2. Alright.
Ooh, annihilate. Annihilate! Going to confess to there, don't care. Annihilate.
Triggerman's probably pretty good in a world that has a Falchion and 3 bear arms.
Yeah.
Crackshot Fugitive's quite nice. Another Desperado or another Dark Return. In a world with all these bear arms.
Cover or the axe?
I think I want 2 covers. There's a chance like axe makes this deck. God, I want to take the Dark Return. I might have to take the Target Caller or the Bellower. Just because I only have 16 units at the moment.
Yeah.
Slight issue. I'm pretty happy with another Triggerman, admittedly. All right, I get the Dark Return anyway.
Yeah, might as well. Get it anyway.
Well, this deck's gonna be interesting.
Do we take out the might?
Yeah, the Mighty Strikes is not in this deck.
I think we also take out the club.
Yeah, Improvised Club doesn't. This deck is gonna be fast and hit hard.
That is Bravery probably goes out.
Yeah, we'll see. Probably, but...
No fixing purpose powers.
Yep. Our only double is Shadow, I think. And Shadow is our biggest faction. That's good at least. Out of these 2... He's the better body. He's more useful if I actually get up to this point, although I don't think this deck's going to be playing too much power.
Yeah.
I don't really want to cut both of them because our deck is so low on units, but maybe I do? So, I mean, it's probably going to be a 15 power deck that goes up to 16 with Seek.
And the good thing is the barrel throughs are also fire fixing.
Yeah.
If we have the green.
This deck is going to be interesting.
This deck is gonna die.
This deck is either going to win hard or lose very hard. The other option would be to cut Sadistic Glee, go down to 16 units. Pray that we draw stuff and like put the heavy axe back in. I guess the deck just isn't getting much out of it. It's a body, but I think there are think having another weapon to activate something like Triggerman or Oni
Yeah.
Forge Master or
Yeah.
even just put it on Longshot Marksman might just be the way to go here. This actually does play.
That's fine. That's actually fine.
It's also fine.
Might have to very highly rate getting our info.
This is fine. You know?
That one less. Oh god.
Let's do it.
No.
Gunslingers have never steered me wrong.
Oh dear. Hello.
Get a better start than this. In the sense that neither of these cards really does anything for me unless I pull weapons.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Okay. We have Annihilate. We have Bear Arms.
No.
How can I serve?
Just keep moving.
Ideally, they play a weapon on that. Okay.
I mean, if you wanna.
Oh no, my Justice Sigil.
Alright.
I guess going forward, I probably do keep the
Location 42 by 23.
a hand like the first one. Yeah, I could totally see a hand like that stalling out, but I think a deck like this has enough power that it should be able to draw into it. On the plus side, they are also moving pretty slowly. Nightfall hopefully helps us get a thing. Ooh! Okay, you decided you didn't want to spend your finest hour to get out of extinguish range, which is fair enough.
Never leave home without two of these.
How can I serve?
You want nothing but porters, right?
Mm-hmm.
They will.
Yeah, they spent a lot of removal on that 2-1.
Ain't nowhere to hide.
Second Conflagrate. Honestly, the more annoying thing is that I didn't get to ultimate this dude the first time.
Yep.
Ooh, do you have a third Conflagrate?
Ain't nowhere to hide.
Yeah. Oh, easy. Alright.
Not bad.
Terrifying.
Yeah, we're boned.
Yep.
Wow. Why do we keep flooding?
I don't know. Especially not with a deck with this level of power.
Deck has 15 power.
That's the game. Well, at least it was mercifully quick. Yeah, next time around I keep that first hand. I think for how slow they started, we probably would have won that off of that hand. Assuming we drew good cards afterwards.
Yeah, but that's the case with every hand. Yeah.
Yep. Need that second shadow quite badly, but I do have a start here. play the first shadow in case I draw the second shadow.
Yeah.
Ready. Aim.
This is actually a pretty good anti-aggro card. So he can kind of stop pretty much everything.
Fight
He dies to
your
little
own
things,
tomb.
but... Like, do I think they can play a Sentinel next? I think I'm okay trading Refreshing here. Especially because I can always bring it back if I'm really feeling saucy.
The coast will meet me.
This'll draw a good price.
These were our woods once.
Probably don't care too much about keeping Crackshot Fugitive at the moment. This is the downside to that guy. Second power.
Steady, archers.
Quite nice. I don't think I really want to make him a 5-2. Power up for Conflagrate. Hey, good. They don't have a Conflagrate.
Crackshot?
This is an interesting. You'd get quick draw, so I think that's actually quite nice.
Ready. Aim.
Get this big enough. I wonder
What
what
could
kind of
go
thing
wrong?
they can do. Conflagrate's also really nice with a quick draw unit because it's fast, so you can turn something that they think is useful into a straight up win. That's fun, but I think I go with this. I could probably have baited them into killing this guy off, but I think this is a good start. Let me see your mass entomancy.
Got it!
That is a slow move to be making when you were faced with this. Okay, that is fair. Ah, he has quick draw now.
Mm-hmm.
Ready. Aim.
Thanks for the help, friend.
Now I really just need a weapon to put on him. If I get that, then they have the same thing as last time. They do have a Conflagrate. Neat.
I love a good fight.
Our steel is sharp.
You have even more removal.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Apparently they just have all the Conflagrates in the world ever.
Nope. Annoyingly, they double block this, he still dies, so I don't think I can attack with him. Plus, it doesn't really get me too much. You play it on the Glacial Shaper, which thankfully doesn't activate his ability, but does kind of give me a lot more meat to work through, which is annoying. Yeah, I think we might just get valued out
We're
here.
done.
Our opponents Conflagrates and
Be
Begone.
gone, yeah.
Yeesh! We finally pull our cards, and our opponent has answers for our cards.
How can I serve?
Oh god, there's another pause.
Yeah. Alright. You're done.
I mean, this does at least let me draw some cards. If I bring back... Probably Trigger Man.
Thanks for the help, friend.
Conflagrate up. If I can pull one of the billion bear arms that I have, we might have a chance. And they are at 16 health. And we do have a cover of darkness, so if I can find a way to start sneaking some damage through. A lot of it will come down to A, if I can remove that, B, if I get a weapon to place on him.
This'll do the trick.
Sure it will. I have something at 1 power. Is it levitate, maybe?
You have to throw one away.
Yeah. Like, there aren't too many 1 power tricks in this format. And they're not Injustice, so it's not Finest Hour. I would love to pull my Annihilate. I'm actually okay with that. They're drawing a buttload of cards, which is worrying.
And they are getting through.
Quite large. Do I blow up the Wisp, or do I blow up this guy? Blow up that guy.
How much do we need to do conflagrates in terms? Oh, can you only do amplify?
Oh, you can do it as many times as you want.
So
it
13.
costs- yeah, 12.
Oh. Yeah, 12, you're right. 13 damage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't conflagrate face.
No,
But, yes,
it's
it would
for
let us
blowing up
do-
3 units.
Yeah. Like if I wanted to blow up 3 separate things. They do have or they still have that spell there. That's a problem. Well, we can triple conflagrate. Yeah, wow, I have not seen this much flood in quite some time. Need them to just keep making it nighttime. So they keep lowering their health down. I think a cover of darkness with a bear arms on it is 10 damage. You know, assuming I ever find one.
We have no bear arms in our deck, apparently.
Yep, 0 of them. What I am going to do here, kill off this guy and kill off this guy. Just because at this point, I don't get a good surprise thing with this most of the time. Okay.
Yeah, let's go! I've got him!
What did you say?
Darkness.
Mm-hmm. Oh god.
At some point, they're just gonna start. They're gonna go in, right?
You would think.
Surely now is the time.
The place is now. The time is also now. End up with 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. I end up with, well, I guess I have cover of darkness. Matter. I think I basically survive this if I pull a weapon next turn.
Block one more unit.
7,
4.
22. Probably should block one more unit for safety's sake. Damn it.
Not helpful. Suppose you can cover of darkness those two and kill 2 units, but I don't think.
Well, he doesn't move.
Oh, right, yeah, because.
Damn it! There are 15
There
cards
are
left in this
bear
deck.
arms in
And there are
there.
three of them are bear arms and one's a heavy axe.
Yeah.
Like, we had such a high chance of winning this game, because if we had gotten one, then these two together would have been lethal.
What did you
Damn,
say?
we almost pulled this out. Ugh. We have 4 weapons. They're in these 15 cards.
Weapons.
Damn. We almost won that. We would have had no business winning that. Yeah. A falcon was in the grave, but none of the other weapons were. That's the thing, I was just stalling forever there trying to pull a weapon out, because I realized with that, with them hurting themselves, I could have potentially won that. I have an Annihilate if they play Scary off the bat.
Another glass.
How can I serve?
The nice thing is I don't need to blow that Karendon Steward up immediately. Yeah, fuck me up. I got this combo coming up, which is nice.
What, next turn?
Bear
arms. So.
Yes, I do both. Ideally, they attack in with their bellower here.
Can't do both from power. Oh, you're gonna let him die.
Ideally, they attack in with their
Through
bellower.
the shadows.
Thank. That's also what's getting annihilated. They'll start holding him back, which I think is worth considering. Got this too, so that's nice. I'll need a second sigil for it, but...
Yep.
Actually might still annihilate this bird.
Pretty unblockable.
Oh, it's definitely scary, and that's like the one thing that actually got me to reconsider. An interesting question. I mean, I am doing a lot more damage than they are.
True.
Is the important part here.
Yeah. Might be worth blowing up the Steward so they have defense with.
Basically. Really, it's going to
Depends
come
on
down
what
to
they
if they
do.
can find something to deal with him more than anything.
The forge warms my horns.
Yeah, it does. Convenient.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, I think it's time to clean him out. Yes. Right now, while they have the least power available to them and no weapons to put on it. I like my style too.
Really love another shadow.
Who needs it?
They
Thank you for telling me you don't have, whatchamafucket. Entrapment.
Yeah.
I can words.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
Argenport protects us!
Any power would be good here.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Guess you don't need it when you have bear arms. And, yeah.
Ain't nowhere to hide.
Fair enough.
Oh, we finally won a
We
match.
have won a game. Our first
Finally.
game. 1.5 hours into the stream. It has been that kind of night.
We haven't had this bad a draft when you were doing. You did so many drafts
Yeah.
when we were in Scotland.
Yeah.
And none of them has gone as badly as these two have.
I actually think I keep this.
Yeah, do you go for fire
I
or
take
justice?
fire here because
Yeah.
I have 2 of these. Like, basically it makes my hand the most playable.
Yeah,
The thing I think that gets me to really keep it, though, is that she's guaranteed.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can actually see, although I guess we'll draw one.
We'll draw one card beforehand, which can change. Yeah. Ah, they went down one. That's good. That gives our target caller a better chance of staying alive. This gives her a worse chance of staying alive.
Ooh.
Yeah, I actually pull Justice now. It's
Yeah.
a bit awkward because that'll mean I'll have to play the barrel through at some point, but I'm actually kind of okay with it.
Yep.
Like, these two aren't... If these two cards were stronger, I think I would do that, but now I have a guaranteed path, so
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yep.
Steady, archers.
We could have gotten quick draw on our trigger man.
Damn! Major missed opportunity. Mildly annoying.
How can I serve?
I was sort of like, is there anything they can do in these colors other than like Conflagrate, which they could have done already? And apparently there was. Figure.
Oh, we should go. Oh well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I kind of have to do this.
Yeah, we need fire.
Our steel is sharp.
It was always the risk.
Yep.
That's pretty good, though.
Oh no. Oh well, yeah, you can use it on her and then get a weapon to put fireman.
Yeah, kind of my thinking here. Like, I could play it on the lazy fire main, but...
No, it's just I like doing it on her because she then just generates renowned chain.
Yep.
Plus it gives bare arms extra weight. Use the heavy axe next turn.
They held up all their power there, which is interesting, but it does look like they just didn't really have too much. I didn't attack with her in case of the incredibly rare second Scorpion Wasp. That's a little desperate, don't you think? It is funny, because Triggerman would also love this thing, but... so she turns into a 6/6 if I do that. You fucking figure it out.
Triggerman.
Thanks for the help, friend.
Conflagrate.
I'd be okay with that if they did. That's way worse than Conflagrate. They will at least get some chump blockers next turn. No, they would if they weren't going to die if they didn't block the 7/7.
Yeah.
This deck can do things. I drafted this deck and was like, it's a pretty okay deck.
Alright, there we go.
Just put one foot in front of the other.
Yep.
Ah, Crown Watch Paladin. Part of me wishes you were in this format, part of me feels like it would make me really mad. Perfect.
Find all your influence.
Shit. It plays.
Almost.
If I pull a Justice, I'm actually pretty okay with it. It plays more than the other two did.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ah, Procrastinator is playing this game.
Nope.
Our steel is sharp.
Good.
Fine.
Our steel is sharp.
I would vastly prefer if you didn't conflagrate me. I guess I don't get too much say in that. I think we sit here. Okay, they don't have a conflagrate. That's important. They also don't have a scorpion wasp.
Swords, sharp and true.
That's a problem, though.
Axes up!
No. I am happy to use an Annihilate on an Oni Quartermaster.
No.
Oh, shocking.
Axes up!
Alright, they immediately go all in on that. I like their style. Well, I guess I don't have a choice. Sure thing. So many grunting ladies. Unit, please.
No.
Jesus Christ.
We don't get any unit. All we draw is power hunt.
All right.
Man.
That was a masterclass in almost winning a game. My deck just drew
Fucking nothing.
perfectly
Okay.
wrongly. Oh, my deck, it drew great actually, but it literally one unit would have won me that.
Yep.
That was incredibly close. All right, well, we're done for now. The salt is definitely flowing. And I'm also completely out of gold after that. Oh well, that'll happen sometimes. Well, we will see you tomorrow, actually.
Yep.
We will be doing, I think at 2 o'clock, another one of those dumb RPG achievement speedrun streams. Do we want to say?
Yeah, it's gonna be Tales of Vesperia. We're 90% of the way through the trophies.
Because we're crazy people.
Because we're crazy people. And we did the Kingdom Hearts speedrun on stream, and we enjoyed that. So we're gonna do Vesperia's speedrun achievement on stream on Saturdays.
Beat the game in 15 hours. It was designed for a game that you couldn't skip the cutscenes in. You could only make the text scroll faster, which was incredibly painful. So we're hoping we'll breeze through it pretty well.
Yep, we'll see you
And,
guys tomorrow.
Yep, should be fun.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.